Hi guys, welcome back to my video. Welcome back to video Polo Jimita Sari Panjaitan. And this video I will show to you how about main body in presentation. And we now need to transition the main body and its individual parts in smooth way. Okay, to continue the previous video section about variety of language, we first know the things we want to learn. First, we will study the definition of variety of language. The second is function or purpose of variety of language. The third is characteristic of variety of language, and the last one is example of variety of language. Okay, let's move to parts. Okay, the first part is definition variety of language. Okay, the definition is variety of language is variation of language according to usage, which varies according to the topic being discussed, according to the relationship between the speaker, the interlocutor, the person being talked about, and according to the medium of the speakers. The language produced using a speech tool or organ of speech with the phenomenon as the basic elementary is called a variety of spoken language, while the language produced by utilizing writing with letter as the basis is called a variety of written language. So, in a variety of spoken language, we deal with pronunciation. In a variety of written language, we deal with reading procedures or spelling. Spelling. Okay, the next part or the second is function or purpose of variety of language. There are several functions or purposes of various language. Namely is the first to unite thousands of language. The second is to become a symbolic of pride. The third to become a means of unifying the relationship between culture and religions. And a language is a means of communication for each individual depending on where the individual lives. Yes, I repeat again. A language is a means of communication for each individual depending on where the individual lives. And language is also a characteristic and a state of a country, so that the country gets interesting things that make it a characteristic of that country. That country. Yes, characteristic of that country. Okay, part 3 is characteristic. As for the characteristic of the variety of language, like based on the media that are spoken and written, based on the speaker's perspective that are official and unofficial, and the last one based on the topic of conversation that are standard and non standard language. Okay, and the last part is example of a variety of language. Seen from international language that are valid and used widely in international communication, like English language, German language, Mandarin language, Spanish language, Arabic language, and attached. And second, seen from language of unity, the language that belong to the country itself and is a characteristic of the country. And in Indonesia, the language of unity is Indonesian. The last one from C religion or culture language that is usually used in a particular culture or area. Like in Indonesia, Bataknese language, Balinese language, Javanese language, and others. Okay, the finally, I'm going to show you one video. Check it out.
Magandang umaga, nama saya Konrad, ibu saya dari Filipina. Saya suka bahasa Indonesia.
Saya Sanyana. Saya suka bahasa Indonesia. Saya suka cinta so süß.
Weil es klingt sehr schön und es ähnelt dem Tagalog ein bisschen. Es gibt Selamat oder Salamat, aber es heißt Danke auf Tagalog.
Es ist niedlich. Es ist immer so freundlich, so Silakan und Selamat pagi. Es ist süß.
Apa kata yang kamu suka?
Saya suka Amok. In Indonesien, glaube ich, heißt es einfach nur wild hin und her laufen. Und das fand ich sehr witzig.
Saya suka cinta. Saya suka cinta dalam setiap bahasa.
Nasi Goreng, weil ich das Essen so mag.
Saya tidak suka memperlihatkan wo alles so aufeinander kommt.
Alle Wörter, die sehr, sehr lang sind. Mit ganz vielen Präfixen und Suffixen. Meng, eng, ang, ang, kan, nan. Das ist sehr schwer zu lernen.
Kenapa kamu belajar bahasa Indonesia?
Kebanyakan orang di Asia Tenggara bahasa Indonesia.
Kamu suka kuliah di sini?
Ja, suka. Guru-guru baik.
Baik. Apakah kamu merasa bahwa tugas yang diberikan dosen